Union Cemetery is where you'll find Go Calgary this time around. As you and I both know, it is Monday, Remembrance Day. This is a very significant place, Amanda.
Yes, this is a field of honor for Union Cemetery. All the men buried in here survived the war and came back, but then died subsequently here in Canada.
Wow.
We also have a number of graves in the cemetery related to the military that aren't necessarily in the field of honor here.
Before you get to that, though, this is very significant here, this is sign here.
This is lead lettering. So we say in Union Cemetery that for every 10 letters, one man died in creating them because, of course, lead's very toxic.
Absolutely.
And they were working with it without protective equipment, probably with just bare hands, and then eating lunch and things like that. So it did cause a loss of lives to actually create headstones again.
Cemetery tours are a part of what the city offers here, and I know that you're a volunteer as well too. There is a lot of history here, specifically in this area.
In this area, yes, there is. Actually, Peter Lowe is buried just right behind us.
Wow.
So we have a lot of famous Calgarians, and we have a lot of not so famous Calgarians that we like to tell their stories as well.
Military stories as well.
Yes. We have a gentleman here who's a member of the Canadian Army Medical Corps, was on a ship called the Landovery Castle. She was a hospital ship that was torpedoed by the Germans in the First World War.
Wow.
And 14 nursing sisters died on her. And so during combat, the Canadian soldiers used her as a battle cry to remember her. We also have Major Stewart. He was actually the commandant of the Castle Mountain internment camp. Most people hear about the Japanese being interned in the Second World War, but we also interned a lot of what was termed enemy aliens in the First World War. They were mainly Ukrainian or men of Eastern origin.
For heaven's sakes.
And they helped build our national park system. And we also have a Dead Men's Penny here. And Dead Men's Penny were actually technically called a war memorial.
Yeah.
They're a big coin, and they were sent to the next of kin of men who died in the war. And they were very popular, but they printed about 1 million of them.
Interesting, and we have one right here in our own backyard. Union Cemetery is where we are. More of Go Calgary coming up on Shaw.